This video is probably going to come out of nowhere for a lot of people. Then again, I literally just got done with a Class 1A video, and don't worry, Class 1B will be next. The tier list was already done, but I haven't even started the recording yet, so... Anyway, that'll come later, though. So, for My Hero Academia villains, what do you think comes to mind? You think of Himiko Toga, All for One, Tomura Shigaraki, Dabi, Overhaul, Mr. Compress. But, out of all these villains, which one would you think is your favorite? You would probably say Tomura or All for One, or hell, maybe even Overhaul if you were lucky. But that changes for me, though. I mean, hey, you read the title of this video for a reason. So, my recent love for Twice recently popped up this year. And for the past couple years since I've loved My Hero Academia, I never really think of Twice that much. But that'll change this year when I finally got my hands on the official Twice plushie that took me forever to get a day or two shipping on Amazon. And also, back in May of this year, you all remember that with some other plushies I did, like Chili, Bandit, Bluey, Bingo, Kane, and Pomni, and I think maybe one or two others I don't exactly remember, I actually did that for Twice's birthday. And I think this leads up to a pretty interesting conclusion. So, I'm gonna say this out loud, and I know you already read the title, but I'm saying this anyway. But, yeah, Twice, you're my favorite My Hero Academia villain. In fact, I might be the only person... Actually, no, maybe somebody else loves Twice just as much as I do. I don't know. Not gonna lie, there's genuinely something interesting about Twice that I really love. In fact, here is a really good comparison. You know how Deadpool is hilarious in the Marvel Universe? I kind of said this to my friend Savannah like one or two times, and I think to myself, but Twice is basically the anime version of Deadpool. Also, yeah, I know Twice is dead, but he's not dead in my eyes. Anyway, so going back to the whole Deadpool argument, because Deadpool is hilarious in the Deadpool live-action movies, especially in Deadpool Wolverine, which is coming out this month, and at least in my opinion, Twice is fucking hilarious in My Hero Academia. He's kind of like the comedy relief of the villains, if you want to think of it like that, although he can pose a serious threat. Not gonna lie though, his abilities are actually really interesting. Oh yeah, going back on the Deadpool argument for one more time really quickly, hell, Twice even almost looks like Deadpool. Okay, anyway, on to his abilities. The ability to clone himself is actually quite interesting. A lot of other characters in media actually do this as well. In fact, he has two red bracelets which have this tape measure-like thing, which, if you saw in one clip, it can actually cut through a part of ice that Shoto actually used. Like, that is very durable. Also, it did take me a while to realize that Twice is named Twice because he has two separate personalities. One where it's his normal, like, actual mind, and the other is, I guess, like, him going insane or something. I'm not the biggest MHA expert, despite me loving the franchise, but I haven't seen all the episodes, so sorry. But anyway, for me, in general, though, there is something special about Twice that I feel emotionally, not like me actually compiling it into a script or anything like such and actually telling you. Like, again, I feel it emotionally. And not kidding, I sometimes imagine Twice actually being a good guy and not actually being a bad guy, even though he's not really even that evil. I mean, yeah, Toga's fucking evil, but at least she has a reason to be evil. And I know Twice has a reason to be evil, but he's not too bad. He's like slightly more evil than Toga, but anyway. Again though, I imagine him being a good guy, not actually seeing him be a good guy before his death. So, quick moment of silence. Thank you. So, here's another thing I just thought of. You know how Twice interacted with Hawks? Well, what if he actually changed his entire personality and actually tried to be good in that scene? Kinda like Lady Nagant. I know nothing about her, but I've heard of her character, so just saying. Cause yeah, that brings up an interesting theory, compared to every other Bluey theory that I fucking despise, but this one is actually fun to talk about. What if Hawks got Twice to actually become good and stop being a member of the League? Maybe Twice's mind could have easily been fixed or something like that with mental help. I mean, I don't know if he would still be friends with Toga and Compress, for example, but it's just something interesting to talk about. Cause, yeah, Twice honestly kinda has the potential to be redeemed before he died. He actually does have an insane personality, which I don't think we all can blame him for, cause if anyone were to go that insane to the point where they would actually have to deal with multiple clones of themselves as well as having to deal with a separate personality, we would feel like Twice here. But I'm just saying. So, yeah, in conclusion, Twice is still my favorite My Hero Academia villain, and I love him very much. Now, again, this is all just my own opinion. Again, you guys may love All For One, Dabi, Tomura, and Overhaul as, like, your favorite villains. I love the four of them too, but honestly, nothing compares to Twice in my opinion, and it only took me this year to actually find out that Twice is actually my favorite My Hero Academia villain, and I'm pretty happy about that. So, yeah. Again, that's just simply my own opinion. If you have a favorite My Hero Academia villain that isn't Twice, like maybe it's Toga or literally any of the other villains I already mentioned like 2 or 3 times in this video, then that's great. I don't hate any of the villains, honestly. Okay, with maybe 1 or 2 exceptions, but they're not the ones that I listed. It's genuinely interesting to think about Twice, and again, what he could do if he was actually a good guy. He could even be a hero. So, yeah, that's up for debate. I'll let you all decide that for yourselves in the comments. So, anyway, that's about it. Kind of a bit of a shortish video, but I just really wanted to talk about Twice for a moment. So anyway, I'll see y'all later with whatever we do next time, and that's all for now.